Your energy is your currency. Okay, by that I mean your energy is your currency. It is what keeps you safe. It is what is valuable about you. It is what grants you access to the things you want access to, the opportunities, the people, the experiences you want to experience. It is your energy that is what is going to get that for you. If this is your first time seeing me, hello, my name is Sheba, and this is my channel. It's called See Like Sheba. So tune in, give me a like, give me a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You have to be subscribed for 10 minutes to be able to comment, and that's actually been really great. I feel like I've been just like feeling much safer and more energized and comfortable in this space with that rule, and I'm loving it. So go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, let's tune in. Okay. Your energy is your currency. You know, I just got back from Mexico and we had such an amazing time. It was a really awesome trip, start to finish. It was like all super easy. The preparations went really seamlessly. I brought a couple of joints, maybe 3, and turned out it was like too many. We didn't even need it. We didn't even need that much. It was, just, I guess, for me and Billy, and we were just having so much fun. It was just like, it was just so great. My needs were so met. So anyway, we go, the plane ride is really easy. I get to read more of my book, The City We Became, which is so good. And I read a couple of chapters. We arrived before we knew it. My friend, who was a travel agent and set up the whole trip, had arranged transport from the airport to the resort. And so we got picked up, got there, got checked in. The guy who checked us in was real nice and pleasant, trying to upsell us things. He like signed us up for some like kind of a thing, like if you go to a little presentation about their resort, you get like a fancy dinner, a romantic dinner, and he was telling us all about that and stuff. Anyway, we drop our stuff, put our bathing suits on, go, and we get some tacos, very delicious, and we try to meet up with my friend who had planned the trip, who was already there. Her and her friends had already gotten there a couple hours before. And so we finally meet up with them. They're in this other pool, and we like go over, and there's like a swim up bar, and we get a drink, and my friend is talking with this girl who she just met, who's from London. And hi, everyone. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Just telling all about my story. I went to Mexico. And okay, we get to the hotel. We find our friends who are in the pool. She's chatting with this girl from London. And I'm just kind of chilling, taking it in, enjoying finally being there, getting in a pool, being able to chill. And when I tell you, this British girl was like so into me. She like, from the minute like I got there, I was just chilling, and she like came over there and was chit-chatting with me. It was her birthday trip actually. And she was just like feeling me. And so, me and Billy and my friend were chatting and stuff, and this girl is like touching my body and like, just asking, Billy, like, what type of like women am I into and things. And she's talking about how, she is like not usually into women, but when she is, it has to be like this special kind of connection. It has to be like the right connection. The connection has to be there. That's what she was talking like. She was from London. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Anyway, okay, she starts touching me. She's like kissing my neck and things. And luckily I'm with Billy and my friend, who are very like supportive of my pleasure and are just very like, whatever you want to do, get your life. And so the girl's like, let's go back to the hotel room. I was like, okay. But like, mind you, we had been there like 4 hours. So me and Billy and my friend, we go back with this girl and we're having fun. This girl is going to town on me. She's really enthusiastic, really enjoying me, and really just like, it's so like, I was so unexpected. Also, I'm not like, I was just prepared to be on a trip with Billy and to meet up with my friend. I wasn't expecting it to turn so sexy so quick, right? And so I was just like, whoa, okay. I guess the universe wants me to receive this, because like this girl was like so into me. She was getting so turned on by giving me pleasure. And I was like, okay, I'm supposed to enjoy this. Like, this is awesome. So yeah, we were doing that. We were having so much fun. An interesting thing was the girl kept saying like that she said that like this was her first time going down on a woman. This was her first time like having sex with a woman. And like me and Billy and my friend were like, okay. But the girl she was British, she was Jamaican. And tell me if you've heard this too, but I know like in Jamaica, they have a lot of homophobia. They've got some problems with homophobia and just sexual shame in general. And so I feel like this girl like felt the need to be like, oh, she doesn't do this. It reminded me of when I first started having sex when I was like 15 to like 18. I I said like at least 4 different men, like, this is my first time having sex, because I didn't want to seem like a slut. I didn't want to seem like as excited and into what I was doing as I actually was. I hadn't given myself permission to fully enjoy myself right then, and so I assumed that was what was going on with this girl. Okay. But listen, whatever. But I was just like so struck, like she was just so into us. It was so great. And, so that was fun. That was the first night. That was the first evening. Like we hadn't even had like dinner. It was wild. And so then the second day, it was more, fun. We met up with my friends' friends. It was like a girls' trip for one of their birthdays, and we had breakfast, and then we hung out in the pool and just had like so much fun. It was so chill. And one of her friends was just like super into me. Like she kept calling me cutie patootie. She was just saying I was just so cute. Everyone loved like my bathing suits and my outfits. It was just like, they were just really responding and just really like, feeling me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. It was just so like affirming, because I was not doing anything. I was just being myself. It was great. So we're chilling. I get these delicious fried fish tacos, which are so amazing. We were all hanging out. We have a fun night. The next day, which is our last full day before we leave. So this was Sunday. We are back out at the pool. And this time in the pool, there is this like large group of, it looks like older lesbians who are on a group trip. Like a, not a couples trip, but like there were a lot of couples of lesbians. And one of them like came up to me and was just like complimenting, and she was like, you're just giving. And she asked about my tattoo, and my tattoo has it's one of the symbols is Scorpio, which is my sign. Birthday's coming up, by the way. Yes, Scorpios, love it. And so, yeah, when she heard that I was a Scorpio, she was like, and we started chatting about that, because she was also a Scorpio, about to be 52, and I asked her about her birthday and stuff. Anyway, she was just like, she said she had a wife, but they just wanted to compliment me because I was just looking so good, and they just love to see beautiful Black women being powerful and excellent. I was like, I receive it. Thank you. I love that. Anyway, all of this just to say, Oh my goodness. That was literally just my energy that got me all of that attention. It was the energy I was giving off that was just drawing people to me. It was magnetizing people to me who wanted to give me pleasure and compliments, who wanted to see me, who wanted me to see them and to know them. And it was just so freaking brilliant. And so another thing about your energy being your currency is that it's valuable and that you don't want to just waste it. It's currency, babe. So you got to figure out what you need to replenish your energy, to fill yourself back up, to make sure your currency is strong and it's not just, inflated. The value of your currency isn't inflated, You got to really replenish yourself. So what do you do to replenish your energy? For me, I sleep. I sleep a lot. I sleep, I rest, I chill, I relax, I luxuriate. And yeah, I just love on myself and I ask myself what I want to do. And I spend time with just myself and just my thoughts and my inner workings. And that's how I replenish myself. I also don't, because energy is so contagious, you can't just be giving it to anyone. Just because people want your energy doesn't mean you got to give it to them. In fact, if you have powerful, potent, valuable energy, you got to be really discerning with who you give it to. Like any currency, like any valuable currency, you wouldn't just give it to anyone who you knew didn't really appreciate it, who was only valuing you because of access to this currency or something, right? Yeah, you gotta know that what you want to do is important because your energy is valuable. So it doesn't matter if people want you to do something or say you should do this or blah, blah, blah. You are the keeper of the currency. You are the keeper of your energy. So you say what goes. If you know you want to do this activity or be around these people, but it's going to drain your energy, you got to tap out. You got to take a rain check. You got to find a way to engage with that in a way that's not going to siphon your energy. You have to learn to say no. And you have to learn to say yes only to the things that you want to do. And so on this trip, I had so much fun and I did really say yes to the things I wanted to, but I feel like I could have said yes even more to what I wanted to do. On the last day, I really wanted to get these fried fish tacos that I gotten on the second day, right? But I was having a lot of fun in the pool and we were chatting with a group and everything. And so I just, by the time I got around to going to get the tacos, they were done selling them or I couldn't find them. And so it was just, I was like, oh, I knew I should have gone and got that taco when I freaking wanted to. And also though, I knew, who cares? I literally had a perfect trip. The worst part about it was that I wanted a few more tacos that I allowed myself to get, but yeah, I just had so much fun and I'm so glad that I rested while I was there. And because I had so much of my energy to myself, I was able to hang out late when I wanted to, when other people were trying to chill. And they had a little club and stuff and it was just so fun. Oh my gosh, it was so great. And I got to realize that wow, growing up, I used to have a lot of anxiety about the last day of a trip because it's the last day before you go back to reality. On the plane back home, the pilot even said something when we flew into Baltimore. He was like, hope you enjoyed your trip from Cancun. Now it's back to reality. And I realized before when I was working a job in the Matrix, it would suck. It would be really stressful, by the last day. Cause I'm oh, did I have enough fun? Did I relax enough? Did I drink enough? Did I do enough of the fun things? Because soon I'm going to have to go back to reality where I can't do all the things that I want to do. And so it was so nice to realize For me, like my home life, my reality is just as awesome as my vacation life. In many ways, it's much better. It's like I have more control and ease, and I have more options for what I want to do when I'm home. So it's just freaking amazing. It's just freaking amazing. Okay, let's see. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, how many tacos? Let's see. Not as many as I wanted. I think I only had like 6 tacos. And then I'll say I had like 2 at breakfast. I'll say I had 8 to 10 tacos, which is not many tacos, I would say, for a trip to Mexico, for a 4-day trip to Mexico, you know, where tacos are like 25 cents, you know? So anyway, they were still really delicious, and I'm very grateful for the tacos that I did have. And if anything, this is my second time going to like an all-inclusive land resort. I've been to a lot of cruises, but I like the convenience of the all-inclusive, but I kind of do like being immersed in the culture a little bit more. So I do like to go out into the city, I think, more. And yeah, just get some tacos on the street, or tacos like where the Mexican people would eat. That's kind of my vibe too. So now I know though, and since I know that traveling and gathering and experiencing the best is my job now, that's like what I'm here to do. I can just, clock that for my next trip, I want to maybe spend a little bit more time going and getting food when I want to. And so, yeah, I'm going to do that. It's really great. So it was nice that I'm used to having this feeling of anxiety on the last day of a trip because I'm about to go back to reality. But for this one, I was able to see I'm a completely different person. I have a completely different reality now. So the last day of a trip for me is just sweet. Now I get to go back to my awesome dream life. Hell yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And so actually on this last day of the trip, I woke up at 6:45 and I smoked a little bit because we had so much weed left over. I had to try to finish it before, we got on the plane, but we had so much left over that I couldn't possibly finish it comfortably. So I was just well, let me just give this as an offering. I'm grateful, I'm living in overflow. So of course I have more than enough of what I need and what I want. So, we smoked, we went and got breakfast. Oof. Another great thing we had this delicious Mexican hot chocolate. Best kept secret, I would say. They want to get you with the coffee or with the tequila, but I think their hot chocolate was so freaking good. So I had a couple of cups of hot chocolate with my breakfast, and then we went back, finished packing, smoked again. I took I had a little bit of a gummy, because I wanted to see what it was like to travel back with, while taking an edible, a microdose. And it was awesome. It was so fun. It was so chill. I was so everything was working out right. It was perfect. So, all because I spend so much time cultivating and nurturing my energy, because I know how valuable it is. I know it's my currency. I know my energy is what is opening these doors for me. My energy is what is making the path so smooth and easy for me. So, make sure you're protecting your energy, babes. Make sure you're resting. I know it's scary. But it's worth it. It's really worth it. It's really, really freaking worth it. So protect that energy and start recognizing why it's so valuable. Start recognizing why people want it so bad, why people want access to it so bad. What is it about you that is just so attractive, so enticing? I love it. Yep. 8 to 10 tacos. super magnetic, really impressed. The ladies were loving me on this trip. So that's really powerful. I feel like women know a good thing when they see one. Women can see past the facade and can they can pinpoint true value. And so it was really beautiful to see women finding me so valuable and sought after. It's great. Ah, I'm the prize. And so are you if you made it this far. So if you made it this far, give me that emoji that it has like $ eyes. And he's like, it's like money. You know what I'm talking about. So give me that $eye emoji if you made it this far. Or, a coin or a $ or a diamond. Something valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because your energy is your currency. And it is so valuable that it is beyond modern day comprehension. It's that valuable. Like there's no modern day equivalent for how valuable your energy is. So don't be selling it short, baby. Don't be giving it away to just anybody. All right? Okay. Bring your forehead up against the screen. I love you so much. And this is all made up. And your energy is your currency, okay? So you better do what you have to do to clean it, wash it, purify it, replenish it. And yeah, relax, babe. You're the money. You're the currency. People come to you. People are trying to get you. Yeah. All right. Give me a like. Give me a comment. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,111 subscribers by the end of the year. And I know we're going to do it. We're well on our way. I can't believe all the people we have now. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So yeah, keep that energy high, babies. Because it's valuable. All right. Salam. And yalla bye. I love you so freaking much. Later.